My biggest takeaway from the game is obviously we couldn't stop the run, flat out and simple. Um, a lot of Cowboys fans have questions about how we play home and versus away, and they're very valid points and accusations because of our track record so far versus us at home and us at away. I don't really have an answer for you, but I just know that we need to play better. We need to get better. There's no excuses. Obviously, after a loss like that, we just couldn't stop the run. Flat out and simple. Not getting into detail whose fault, whose blame. It was a collective group. But what I'm seeing is like what I understand is like everyone just waits for the Cowboys to lose. I saw multiple analysts, people who are fake analysts who somehow got jobs on TV saying, "There goes your boy." Like it's almost to the point where it's like almost sick that they're waiting for former players are waiting for other current players to fail so that way they have something to talk about. And I mean, it's not even to just get into names. I mean, I feel like at this point you kind of know who you are. And it's like, oh, there he is. That's the person we've been waiting for. And it's like, why do you want a person to lose so bad? As a former player and as a current player, I feel like I'm a fan of the game, right? Whether I'm playing Josh Allen or whoever, at the end of the day, I don't want to see Josh Allen hurt. I don't want to see him fail. I want him to have a continuous career. At the end of the day, obviously, when we're playing and we're lining up, I'm trying to beat him, right? But it seems that a lot of people are just waiting for people to fail. And then you get into the criticism, and I've seen a lot of people saying, well, how do we want to use Micah? We shouldn't we should use him more off the ball. Well, guess what? There was times where they moved me off the ball, and then y'all were like, well, why isn't he rushing the passer? Why isn't he doing this? It's almost like you can't, like I said, teams will always play us differently. Josh Allen averaging 30 to 40 passing attempts. So obviously we didn't think he was going to come out and run it the whole game and run consecutive plays over and over again. So, I mean, that's obviously not part of the game plan. But it's almost like you can't always get everything you want. You want someone to rush, and then you want someone to stop the run, be off the ball. It's like you can't do everything. And obviously it's easy to point because certain groupings is going to be in certain personnel. It's a lot of giveaways. What coverages you can be in is very predictable in the NFL. It's hard to win in the NFL. At the end of the day, it's hard to play perfectly week in and week out every day. And that's just the reality. We've seen it out of multiple great teams. And we never said the Bills were a weak team. We always said they were a really good team. They just weren't producing to the level they should be, and they produced at that level back-to-back weeks. They arguably could have beat the Eagles. They arguably could have beat a lot of teams. They beat the Chiefs. I mean, they're beating good teams. The Bills have always been good. It was just the turnovers, the beating themselves. But no one ever said the Bills were bad, and that's just the reality of it. James Cook had a career night, balled out. And that was the first time we gave up over 100 rushing yards to a player before. And that's just reality. I mean, Josh even said, I felt like a kid that didn't do anything in the class in the class project and still got an A. Josh Allen didn't beat there was a great team win. He was 7 for 15. 7 passes might have been drop back, and other were play action and things like that. Like, they didn't want to drop back to see our front. They made a goal, and they got up in the lead. We beat ourselves with 3 crucial penalties that led to points that continued drives and so forth. But at the end of the day, we just got to play better. We're going to have to get better. We got opportunity next week to go out and play the Dolphins and win that game. And that's all that matters to me. It's just how can you bounce back after you get smacked in the mouth? You know what I'm saying? Everything's all good when you're on a high horse and you're going up the mountain and everything's good. But it's time to get back to work and get better. Because at the end of the day, we may have clinched a playoff spot, but it does not matter because we're going to have to travel. We're going to have to be road warriors. We will not be the number 1 seed. We're going to have to get better at the end of the day.